Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're diving into a storyline that left a permanent mark on General Hospital history. An emotional journey that had both actors and fans shedding real tears. If you've ever watched a TV show that didn't just entertain you, but truly moved you, then you know exactly what we're about to talk about. Buckle up, because today, we're exploring the most powerful and unforgettable storyline that Maurice Benard, the man behind the legendary Sonny Corinthos, has ever experienced. A storyline that broke all barriers. When an actor takes on a role, they prepare to embody a character, to step into someone else's shoes, and make the audience believe in the story they are telling. But sometimes, a role becomes something more than just a script. Sometimes, the emotions go beyond the screen and seep into real life. That's exactly what happened when Maurice Benard took on one of the most heart-wrenching arcs in General Hospital history. For more than 3 decades, Benard has portrayed Sonny Corinthos, a man of power, resilience, and contradictions. From intense mob wars to painful betrayals, Sonny has endured everything life could throw at him. But nothing compared to the raw, emotional devastation of losing his on-screen father, Mike Corbin, to Alzheimer's. This wasn't just another plot twist. This was a story that touched a nerve with millions of people. Alzheimer's is a disease that affects not only the patient, but the entire family. It's slow, it's cruel, and it steals memories before it takes lives. When General Hospital decided to tackle this issue, they didn't hold back. They didn't sugarcoat it or make it a fleeting storyline. Instead, they committed to telling the truth, the heartbreaking, gut-wrenching reality of watching a loved one fade away. Maurice Benard, the actor versus the human being. For Maurice Benard, this storyline was more than just another acting challenge. In a moment of deep reflection, he later admitted that it was one of the hardest things he had ever had to perform. Imagine stepping into a scene where you have to say goodbye to someone who has been a part of your character's life for years. Now imagine doing that while struggling with your own personal battles. During a raw and emotional episode of his YouTube series, State of Mind, Benard opened up about what was going on behind the scenes during this time. The pandemic was probably the hardest 4 months of my life, he confessed. I wasn't in a good place. And then I had to come back to work and dive into a storyline where Sonny's father was dying of Alzheimer's. It was overwhelming. And then my dad dies. For a moment he caught himself correcting his words. I mean my character's father on the show. But the slip-up was telling. It revealed just how deeply he had connected to the role. It wasn't acting anymore. It was real. Imagine walking onto set and stepping into an emotional whirlwind, knowing you have to deliver a performance that will break hearts. Benard had to face the camera, look into the eyes of his co-stars, and let every raw emotion pour out. And he did. He allowed himself to feel everything. He didn't force the tears. They came naturally. I told myself, Maurice, don't act. Just live it. And from that moment everything just flowed. The magic of storytelling done right. The reason this storyline hit so hard was because of the incredible writing and execution. Benard himself praised the General Hospital team, especially executive producer Frank Valentini, for crafting a story that felt so authentic. It wasn't just a script, he said. It was real life for so many people. And he was right. Viewers who had personally dealt with Alzheimer's reached out, sharing their own experiences of loss, frustration, and helplessness. The show gave them a voice. It made them feel seen. This is what great storytelling does. It goes beyond entertainment and reaches people in the most personal way. The heartbreaking scenes between Sonny and Mike were some of the most gut-wrenching moments in General Hospital history. Sonny, a man who had spent his entire life projecting strength, was reduced to a grieving son, desperate to hold on to memories slipping away. There was nothing he could do but sit with his father and watch the man he loved disappear before his eyes. A performance that will never be forgotten. The impact of this storyline wasn't just felt by fans. It left a lasting impression on Benard himself. Even long after the storyline ended, he continued to reflect on it, recognizing it as one of the defining moments of his career. On Instagram, he shared a heartfelt tribute, thanking his fellow actors and the writers who made it possible. He expressed gratitude to Steve Burton and Laura Wright for their unwavering support, acknowledging how much their presence helped him navigate the intensity of those scenes. "I was in a really dark place," he admitted, "but having such an incredible team around me made it easier to get through." Even the actors who played supporting roles in the Alzheimer's storyline brought something deeply personal to their performances. It wasn't just about delivering lines. It was about understanding the gravity of the subject matter. Every moment on screen felt raw and real, proving once again why General Hospital has remained one of the most beloved soap operas for decades. A story that transcends the screen. At the heart of this storyline was something universal: love and loss. Everyone, at some point, will experience the pain of saying goodbye to someone they love. And whether that goodbye comes through illness, time, or tragedy, it's never easy. By telling this story, General Hospital didn't just entertain. They educated, they comforted, and they gave people a space to grieve. The Alzheimer's storyline was more than just television. It was a reflection of real-life struggles, beautifully brought to life by Maurice Benard and the entire cast. Even years later, fans still talk about it. They still remember the way it made them feel. That's the mark of a truly great performance. And that's why Maurice Benard's portrayal of Sonny Corinthos will forever be remembered as one of the greatest in General Hospital history. What's next? Let's talk. So, what do you guys think? Did this storyline hit you as hard as it hit the rest of us? Have you or someone you know experienced something similar in real life? I'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below. Next, we're diving into one of the most captivating storylines unfolding in General Hospital: the fierce battle for control and legacy within the Quartermaine family. If you love drama, power struggles, and characters who will stop at nothing to get what they want, then this one's for you. Buckle up, because Tracy Quartermaine is at war, and she's taking no prisoners. Tracy Quartermaine, the ultimate strategist in the family feud. There's a storm brewing in Port Charles, and at the center of it all is the formidable Tracy Quartermaine. Known for her sharp tongue and unshakable determination, Tracy has been one of the most unpredictable forces within the Quartermaine family. Right now, her focus is locked on one goal: taking down Drew. Blood may tie him to the Quartermaine legacy, but in Tracy's eyes, he has betrayed the family, and that is something she will never forgive. Drew's actions have put him on the wrong side of the family matriarch, and now, the battle lines have been drawn. His refusal to relinquish the Quartermaine name infuriates Tracy, who sees him as an opportunist riding on the family's power. Congress may offer him influence, but it is the Quartermaine name that gives him weight, and Tracy is determined to strip him of it. However, she isn't going at it alone. She has the entire family behind her, ready to fight. But what's a war without a worthy adversary? Enter Martin Gray, Drew's ruthless attorney. Martin has made it clear that he won't back down easily, even going as far as threatening to bulldoze the Quartermaine mausoleum if Tracy doesn't drop her cease and desist order against her nephew. But anyone who knows Tracy Quartermaine knows that she doesn't back down from a fight. She called his bluff without hesitation. Martin may be a skilled lawyer, but going up against Tracy when she's in full attack mode? Not a wise decision. A new alliance on the horizon? Tracy isn't just using legal tactics to fight her battles. She's prepared to be more cunning than ever. In a surprising twist, She may even be willing to align with unexpected allies to take Drew down. Imagine the sheer intensity of Tracy joining forces with Carly and Nina. They've never been on the best of terms, but when it comes to taking down a common enemy, there's nothing like an uneasy truce to make things even more exciting. A partnership between these powerful women would be a game changer. Carly is known for her unwavering loyalty and fierce approach to getting what she wants, while Nina's resourcefulness and ability to play the long game could be exactly what Tracy needs. This unlikely alliance could shake up the Quartermaine family dynamic in ways no one saw coming. Tracy Quartermaine, a ruthless protector of her family's name. One thing is certain. When Tracy is in protective mode, she's unstoppable. Over the years, she has been the backbone of the Quartermaine family, fighting to ensure their legacy remains intact. While she has had moments of villainy, like the time she heartlessly refused to give her father his heart medication, she has also displayed incredible strength and intelligence. Right now, her protective instincts are kicking in again, and she's not just looking out for the family name. She's making sure Jason is recognized as an essential part of the Quartermaine legacy. For years, Jason had distanced himself from the family drama, but things are changing. Tracy is finally embracing him as an integral member of the clan, and that shift could mean big changes in the family dynamic. A shocking revelation: the baby drama. As if things weren't dramatic enough, there's another major twist brewing, one that could change the family's future forever. Tracy's attitude has been shifting recently, particularly toward Sasha, a woman she once treated as nothing more than an inconvenience. At first, she was ruthless toward Michael's ex, treating her harshly while she worked as the Quartermaine cook. But now something has changed. Why this sudden shift? It could have something to do with the fact that Sasha is carrying a Quartermaine baby. However, the family has been led to believe the child is Jason's when in reality, Michael is the father. But to Tracy, a Quartermaine is a Quartermaine, and that means protecting the child at all costs. This revelation could lead to massive consequences, particularly if the truth about the baby's paternity is exposed at the wrong time. Tracy at her best. The Quartermaine matriarch reclaims her throne. Love her or hate her, Tracy Quartermaine is one of the most compelling characters on General Hospital. With Lila and Monica gone, she is now the undisputed matriarch of the Quartermaine family. While she has had her fair share of questionable moments, such as bullying Sasha and making ruthless decisions that alienated even her own family, she is at her absolute best when she is fighting for what she believes in. Right now, she is on a mission to ensure the Quartermaine name is protected at all costs. Whether she's battling Drew, forming alliances with unexpected partners, or changing her stance toward Sasha, one thing is clear. Tracy is in full warrior mode, and there's nothing more entertaining than watching her take charge. Are you loving Tracy's reign? Let's talk. So, what do you guys think? Are you loving Tracy's ruthless yet compelling reign over the Quartermaine Empire? Do you think she'll manage to strip Drew of the Quartermaine name, or will he outmaneuver her? And how will the truth about Sasha's baby impact the family dynamics? Next, we're diving into one of the most emotional and powerful performances in General Hospital history. We're talking about the moment that shook audiences and left even the actors in tears. The heartbreaking Alzheimer's storyline that Maurice Benard, who has played Sonny Corinthos for over 30 years, considers the most moving of his career. This isn't just another TV moment. It's a deeply personal and unforgettable experience that resonated with millions. So let's break it all down. An actor living the story, not just performing it. There are performances that entertain, and then there are performances that feel so real they transcend the screen. Maurice Benard's portrayal of Sonny Corinthos dealing with his father's battle with Alzheimer's was one of those rare moments where fiction and reality seem to merge. For an actor who has spent decades in dramatic mob wars, family feuds, and high-stakes betrayals, this particular storyline was different. It wasn't just about drama. It was about raw human emotion. Benard recently opened up about this on his State of Mind YouTube show, where he shared a deeply personal reflection on why this storyline meant so much to him. He took to Instagram to post a clip, writing, "People always ask me what my favorite storyline is. I have truly had so many, but I would have to say the Alzheimer's. The storyline. The writing. I don't think the actors were acting. I think we all were just living the story." This wasn't just another plotline for Benard. It was an experience that left a permanent mark on him, and for the fans watching it felt just as real. An emotionally raw moment behind the scenes. Filming these scenes wasn't easy. In fact, Benard admitted that returning to work after the pandemic lockdown was one of the hardest things he had ever done. The stress and emotional toll of that period left him feeling drained. And then, just as he was trying to get back into the swing of things, he had to immediately immerse himself in Sonny's pain as his father, Mike Corbin, succumbed to Alzheimer's. "It was probably the hardest 4 months of my life," he confessed in his video. "I wasn't in good shape. Imagine being an actor and walking onto set after months of personal struggles, only to be handed a script where you have to say goodbye to your character's father, a man Sonny loved and respected deeply." The weight of that moment was overwhelming for Benard. At one point he even caught himself in a slip of the tongue, saying, "And then my dad dies," before correcting himself, "My character, my father on the show dies." That alone speaks volumes about how deeply this role had affected him. He went on to describe the intense first day back, where he had to perform multiple monologues about Mike dying in bed. That's when he made a decision that would define his performance. "I said to myself, Maurice, don't act, just live it." That approach changed everything. Rather than forcing himself to deliver the lines with emotion, he simply let himself feel the moment. And because of that, his portrayal felt heartbreakingly real. A story that touched millions. The General Hospital writers knew they had something special with this storyline, and they treated it with the care and authenticity it deserved. Alzheimer's is a devastating disease that affects not just the individual, but their entire family. The show didn't shy away from the hard truths. It captured the slow unraveling of memory, the helplessness of loved ones, and the bittersweet moments of lucidity that become more and more fleeting. Benard was not alone in carrying the weight of this performance. He made sure to credit his fellow cast members, including Steve Burton and Laura Wright, for supporting him throughout the process. "They were all just there, and it was so real," he recalled, his voice thick with emotion. "We won 4 Emmys, I think. Winning awards is always a validation of great work, but the real victory was in how deeply this storyline resonated with people." Viewers who had lost family members to Alzheimer's flooded social media with their own stories. They shared how Sonny's pain mirrored their own experiences, how they had sat beside their loved ones, watching them fade away, feeling powerless to stop it. General Hospital wasn't just telling a story, it was giving voice to the grief and struggles of countless families. Why this performance will never be forgotten. Maurice Benard has played Sonny Corinthos for over 3 decades. He's been at the center of some of the most intense and dramatic moments in soap opera history. But when asked what his most powerful storyline was, he didn't choose a mob war, a high-stakes betrayal, or a courtroom battle. He chose this, the story of a son losing his father. This choice speaks to something deeper. It proves that at the end of the day, what stays with us most are the moments of pure, unfiltered emotion. It's not about action-packed sequences or shocking twists, it's about humanity. And Benard, through this storyline, reminded us all why storytelling matters. A lasting legacy. Even years later, fans still talk about this storyline. They remember the way it made them feel, the conversations it started, and the way it honored the very real struggles of families dealing with Alzheimer's. Benard's ability to strip away all the layers of Sonny's tough exterior and show a man simply trying to hold on to his father was nothing short of masterful. And while he's had many unforgettable moments on General Hospital, this one stands apart as his most raw and meaningful performance yet. Let's talk about it. So, what do you guys think? Did this storyline move you as much as it moved Maurice Benard? Have you, or someone you love, experienced the pain of watching Alzheimer's take its toll? Let's keep the conversation going in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into the biggest moments in TV history. Until next time, take care and keep watching General Hospital.